Well, good morning. It's truly remarkable to be here today. I think it's no exaggeration to say that we are here to make history. And we're here because of the courage and the foresight of the members of the Klamath tribe and the Upper Basin agricultural community. There's a history of hardship in this special place, a history of conflict and tension, but it wasn't always so. I imagine there are people in the audience today who remember a time when they were children, a time when they were growing up in a strong community, in relative prosperity. The work that's reflected here today in this celebration, to me, is the keystone and the foundation of rebuilding a time of peace and prosperity in this basin that we all want for ourselves and for our children. And to me, it's the springboard to heal the wounded spirit of the people and of this special place. We're here to celebrate a truly precious thing. And I don't mean just the water that flows behind us here that's so important to everyone in the basin, but also, and just as importantly, the deeply held conviction that there is much more to be gained by working with one another, by listening and hearing one another, by seeking common ground and common solutions than simply retreating to well-worn corners and throwing rocks at one another. I think it's fair to say that in 2001 and 2002, very few people probably would have foreseen this outcome today. But somewhere along the way during that decade, something happened, something mysterious, and something also very beautiful. Leaders began to step up. Leaders began to take risks. Leaders began to say with determination that we're going to create a different future than the one that we had 10 years ago. The Upper Basin Agreement would not have happened without that same dogged determination to put this basin back together again for our children and for the place itself. There are a few people I just want to quickly thank today. I want to thank Senator Wyden for challenging the agricultural community and the tribes to find a shared vision, a vision that would lead to a strong and vibrant and sustainable economy, but also a vision that would restore the health of these waters and these lands on which we all depend. And I also want to thank you, Senator, for your commitment to push legislation through to actually implement these agreements. I want to thank Senator Merkley for working persistently and quietly to bring these pieces together so that they could actually work on the ground. Of course, I want to thank Secretary Jewell and Undersecretary Mike Connor and Special Assistant to the Secretary John Bezdek for all of your time and commitment, the resources and energy that you put into bringing balance back to the basin. I want to give a deep thanks to my friend and colleague and occasional mentor, Richard Whitman, without him, I think as much as anyone else, was the glue that held this together and the quiet passion that pushed this over the top. I want to thank Don Gentry and the rest of the Klamath Tribal Negotiating Team. I want to thank Roger Nicholson and Garrett Rosenberry and Andrea Rabe, Danny Watson, and of course Becky Hyde, and the rest of the Upper Klamath Water Users Association who stayed at the table day in and day out through a long and difficult negotiating process to arrive at something that's beneficial for all of us. Without your dedication, without the dedication of everyone in this basin, we would not be here today. We would not be looking forward to the healing and the growth that I am confident will come. I just want to say, in closing, that this celebration today strikes a very personal note with me. I was here 11 years ago, almost to the day, on April 13th, 2001. I was at the fairgrounds with thousands of you. I remember the anger, the bitterness, the frustration, the despair. It was one of the most painful experiences of my life, but also one of the saddest. And I have been humbled to have been able to participate in a process where I watched the people of this basin decide that the future does not have to be dictated by the past, and to teach us all that we don't have to be guided by fault choices, and the fact that we can rebuild community from conflict. And so to what you have done today, and for the lessons that you have taught all of us, and hopefully our children for generations beyond, I thank you, and I am deeply honored to stand here with you today.